Back at the Velasco Theater, Bethel Durant, Doug Fisher, and Steve Kim. Another sold-out edition of the LA Fight Club. It is hot inside the venue. It's Labor Day weekend. It's our third fight coming your way. Westside Boxing Zone, Technotitlan, NAVA takes on Juan BRYAND. 3 more fights leading up towards the main event of Antonio Gutierrez and Jorge Melendez. So far, we've seen Edgar Valerio with a unanimous decision, a fight that was stopped due to cuts in the 5th. Then Lamont Roach Jr. out of Washington, D.C. gets his 4th KO of his career. He's now 12-0, and there you see him. From LA, the Westside Boxing's Technotitlan Tino NAVA. 2-0, trained by the Salcedo brothers.
And with the Salcedo brothers and training at the Westside Boxing Club, there's a large contingent here to cheer him on. Marching Skulls are here in attendance.
And ring announcer Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout tonight, 4 rounds in the super featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing blue trunks, trimmed in white, he weighed officially 127 pounds. He enters the ring tonight for the 7th time as a professional. Hailing from Laredo, Texas, here is Juan Bobby Blue BRYAND. And next his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing black trunks, he weighed in also 127 pounds. His professional record in 2 bouts stands perfect with 2 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of and representing Los Angeles, California, here is the undefeated T-Dog, Technotitlan, Tino NAVA. And your referee in charge of the action is Zekia.
Trunks are okay. You already had the instructions, so there's nothing left to say to both of you, but good luck.
Zach Young, the referee, the tail of the tape, Doug.
Technotitlan NAVA is 9 years younger at age 22. He's 1 inch taller, and he has the reach advantage.
Third fight of the night. Back making sure that boom mic is out of the way. Boom mic giving people problems all night. Technotitlan NAVA. Born in Los Angeles in the black trunks. Trains out of the Westside Boxing, also there. Nick Arce, Rafael Gramajo. Went to Hamilton High School in Southern California, known for his great music program. He wasn't part of that, he was in the soccer team. Come out swinging right away with Juan and Baby Blue BRYAND. 2 young fighters going at it right away. Young by experience. BRYAND is 31 from Laredo, Texas. 1-4-1. NAVA 2-0. Both his fights. The last time he was in the ring, he fought a fellow Texan, David Montez. That was a man who was 42. He went the distance 4 rounds. His pro debut against Jose Martinez in April. Went the distance 4 rounds also.
He's getting rounds right now. He's learning on the job.
And he's letting his hands go here in the first.
And he's a different kind of young up-and-comer than, say, a Lamont Roach Jr. He's a year older than Roach Jr., but he's years behind somebody like Roach because he wasn't a standout amateur on the national level.
Yeah, Doug, you could see the inexperience there. John Wooden had a saying, be quick, don't be in a hurry. I thought he landed some good body shots. Then he proceeded to miss like his next 15 punches. Sometimes you just got to step back, take your time. And as he lands another good left hook to the body.
He's still learning to pace himself. The first fight that we called of his, he tried to punch for all 3 minutes of every round. And by the 4th round, he was visibly gassed. He really felt it. He just gets nailed by a right hand from BRYAND. Not bad.
Juan Baby Blue BRYAND. The reason he's baby blue, as an amateur, he always ended up in the blue corner. And they said, you know what? Let's just do something with that.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah, nothing has changed. He is
All the way up.
He is a blue corner Maven. On his pro debut, he won against Daniel Sanchez, who had a record of 0-9, and since then he's been 0-4-1. His last bout was a draw against Raimundo Ganoa, with a record of 0-3. So not much in the strength of schedule department for BRYAND.
BRYAND also went up against highly touted Golden Boy young fighter Gennaro Gomez, was stopped in the first round. That was at StubHub Center in June.
One thing I noticed about NAVA, he's much better and much more accurate with his punches that are the hooks that are coming from up and under like that. Where he gets into trouble, that right hand, they're gonna have to really work on that right cross, Doug, just really shortening it and really straightening it out.
Yeah, he likes to arc it and loop it every time he throws it. He doesn't need to do that.
The pace they're going, they need to go run on Sundays with Doug at UCLA. They're doing their sprints right now, you and Schwartz.
They would dust us.
Now with one. It's scheduled for 4. Here's NAVA with the Ring TV Live crew.
Well, training camp is going pretty good so far. We went back to the basics, sitting on our punches, more head movement, and more uppercuts. Well, we're focusing on a lot of punches because that's my style. I come forward a lot, and we like to hit the body. More hard punches, sit on it. I've been with my trainers for over 6 years now, and our bond, our relationship is a father and son bond, or brother bond. It's a great relationship between us. Having this bond between my trainers, it's really good, it's unbreakable, and we can get through so much more if I stick with them and follow their rules.
Technotitlan NAVA, T-Note, or T-Dog. He has a bunch of different nicknames. At one point when he was 14 years old, he weighed over 200 pounds. He went to the Westside Boxing, met the Salcedo brothers to work out, to try to lose weight. As Brian is complaining about a headbutt, you better keep your hands up right now.
Protect yourself at all times.
Back young. Keeping a close eye on this one. The Laredo fighter was a free safety in high school at Figueroa High, played for the Toros. Punt returner, he's 31 years old. His wife, Christy, here in attendance. He's a teacher. Said that he just decided to let Juan become a boxer full-time. He was working before that. Boxed as an amateur, stopped in high school to play football. All of Laredo behind him, and right now NAVA has all of Velasco behind him as he sold over 100 tickets for this fight.
That's a beautiful thing. And just your 3rd pro outing, and you weren't one of these guys that was competing on the, in the U.S. amateur squad, and in the Golden Gloves National Finals or anything like that. It's great to see a community get behind a fighter. Comes from that neighborhood, but not necessarily, a huge blue chip prospect.
Yeah, he was a soccer player. Big cities, LA, that's where Westside Boxing's at. NAVA just relentless with his punching, just keeps on going. Gets caught with the left. BRYAND is getting smothered and just attacked by the 22-year-old NAVA.
It's good for NAVA to smother BRYAND. He just has to be careful not to smother his own punches. Or just square up in front of his opponent as he's doing right now. There you go. Took a step to the side briefly, but now he's right back in front of the opponent. He describes himself basically as a volume puncher. He says that's his style, to throw punches all the time. And when you have that style, you are going to get hit, but you still want to try to work in some head movement and getting off at different angles when you got your man cornered or up against the ropes.
Steve, you got any other John Woodisms right now?
Well, no. Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I don't think John Wood originally, but against a guy of this limited nature, NAVA could just sit right in the pocket and just let his hands go and probably force a stoppage. I do get the sense that this is a couple of years out as he faces better guys, and part of his development is to realize less will be more. I don't think against higher caliber opposition he'll be able to throw 200 punches around without really putting himself in harm's way. At this level, against this type of guy, you can get away with this type of tactic.
And he's still fighting the 4-round distance, so the danger of completely burning himself out is lessened. But man, he's a lot of fun, isn't he?
Well, he might wear out the warranty on the gloves tonight.
As BRYAND comes back, breathing heavy. Our co-feature tonight, Christian Chimpa Gonzalez, 20-year-old from Buena Park. There's that smile. You have a chance, go check out UCN Live. Google Steve Kim's name, and an excellent story written about Chimpa Gonzalez and the personality that he has, getting his hands wrapped by his father. Knows a thing or two about raising a world champion, Cobrita Gonzalez.
Cobrita Gonzalez in 1995, Doug. I still remember that memorable fight he had against Kevin Kelly on HBO, back and forth shootout where he won his title.
Kevin Kelly was 40-0, maybe 41-0 at the time. Was one of the best American featherweights to come around in decades. And that was on HBO, and it was a 10th round stoppage that Cobrita scored. I think Cobrita was maybe 21 years old at the time.
Yes, he was, 21. He's now in Guadalajara, working out of the Canelo Alvarez gym, bringing up amateurs and younger fighters. As Brian is getting taken over to the doctor to get a cut checked out.
And that was probably caused by that accidental clash of heads previous rounds. And Brian is not happy about it either.
No. Laredo, Texas, that's where he's from. All Laredo watching right now. Technotitlan NAVA in the black. Named by his dad. Oh, a big right from Brian to open up the third round. He's letting it all out. Going for broke here.
I like it.
He gets pushed down.
I like it when the opponents show spirit.
Back in Laredo, Brian is trained by Canizales, Omar Canizales. He's not here with him tonight. Technotitlan NAVA, dad from Durango, Mexico, mom from Sinaloa. Well, this will teach a young kid, though. Like NAVA, it's one thing to get rounds through a lot. When you have an opponent who's not willing to engage you the way you would like.
NAVA, I think he believes the way to deal with it is kill that body.
Here's the Latino crowd behind him. Call themselves the Marching Skulls, as Doug mentioned earlier. Westside Boxing, you buy a ticket for a show, and you get a shirt. What a deal. You come loud and you make noise.
Yeah, you know, at first, I just thought the Marching Skulls were behind Nick Arce. He was the most popular guy out of that gym, but they come out for all of the fighters. And I tell you what, NAVA can't afford to fall asleep in there.
That's the one thing you're complaining.
He's not focused. But you know, every now and then he lets his hands go.
Keep your hands up at all times. Protect yourselves. You're told over and over in the meetings before with the referee. Sold out Belasco Theater. A great vibe, great energy. Emilio Sanchez, the Golden Boy prospect, is watching in the valley, and he just saw a fight get stopped. Technotitlan NAVA with the stoppage in the third. He is now 3-0. As the Marching Skulls and Westside Boxing are all fired up.
And NAVA is fired up. I imagine it's a great feeling for a young prospect to score his first knockout in the professional ranks.
Doug, I think NAVA just drowned Bryant with leather.
Yes, he did.
Because he literally came in waves.
He overwhelmed him without necessarily physically breaking him down.
Yeah, and the one thing they're going to have to work on from a training situation with NAVA is to be able to transition from offense to defense. Tonight he had an opponent that was very, very limited, and he was able to get away with just having one-way traffic.
Right.
There were a few times he got caught inside pockets where he's got to understand one thing. At a higher level, guys will be able to counter. When you leave that much offense on the table, and you're all offense to that degree, you're going to leave yourself in a little bit of trouble. But tonight, good, solid performance. He can build off of this.
And Joe Martinez is writing down his scores. When he's done writing, Joe Martinez will get that microphone, and Joe Martinez will be stopped talking to you, the crowd.
Till then, let's look at some highlights from a very entertaining 3 rounds. It was really about NAVA applying that pressure and working that body until he put the man from Laredo, Texas into a defensive shell. It basically kind of just took him out of the fight. It didn't seem like Juan Bryan wanted to fight anymore.
Yeah, as he started to look at the referee more and more, that was his way of capitulating.
Official time, 1 minute 47 seconds, round number 3. We have your winner by KO victory, recording his first professional knockout victory tonight, and still undefeated, T-Dog. Technotitlan, NAVA.
The marching skulls yelling Tenoch. Technotitlan NAVA, Hamilton High School alum. He is now 3-0. We saw 3 fights so far. Edgar Valerio decision. Monroe Jr. a KO. Technotitlan NAVA stops it in the third. 3 good fights. 3 more coming your way. We'll be back at 7 o'clock with Oscar Duarte, Christian Chimpa Gonzalez, and Antonio Gutierrez. The sold-out Velasco Theater is fired up on Labor Day weekend on Ring TV Live.